All right, guys, we have here today brand new from OLIGHT, the OSIGHT. It's a RMR footprint red dot sight there. And really cool thing about this, it has this external power source cover. I don't have a ton of details on this yet because I'm recording this prior to the release date, and I believe my video is releasing on the release date, but I will have a little insert over the screen here for you with some of the details. We're doing a quick unboxing here, and then I'll be taking it down to the range and testing her out. So there's what you get when you pull the top off there, and there she is. All right. This has many of the expected features of today's RMR optics, you know, the shake awake, light sensing technology, night vision modes, 2 I believe, and then you got 8 I believe daytime modes. It's a 3 MOA dot, IPX7, waterproof. Again, some of that should have been up on the screen there. It's about all the details I have. The optic weight here is about 2 ounces. The cover here is about 1 3/4 ounces. And like I said, this is actually an external power source as well. So not only does, we got a little pad up in there, excuse me for 1 minute. But again, this is not only a cover, but it's also an external power source. So much like you have, oh neat. I'm discovering this along with you guys for the first time here. I need to plug this in and charge it and everything. I just opened it, so I'm discovering all this with you guys here live. So yeah, this is a cover while it is on the weapon, but it's also an external power source. So just like with your cell phone, if you're, you know, out in the boonies, I guess, you know, they make the external power sources, the external battery packs. So if you're away from your charger, like say hiking in the mountains of California or wherever, you know, they make the external power sources for the cell phones where you can take it with you. It fits in your pocket, plug it in, and it'll recharge your phone while you're away from an outlet, you know, out in nature. So this cover serves the same purpose. So not only is it the cover of the optic, but it recharges the optic. So that's also going to give you, obviously, extended you know, use of the battery there as well. So that's pretty cool and innovative. It's your cover and it charges the optic. So obviously you got a USB-C, I think it is, you know, whatever the standard is nowadays. So you plug that guy in and you can charge this up. I assume, yeah, you got metal on top. Well, obviously, because it charges it. That's what you're looking at down in there. So I'm assuming you can also just charge it as one complete unit. So it is RMR footprint, like I said. So that's going to, you know, work up on your pistols there. So with it being RMR, it is ideally suited for use on handguns. However, you can get, where'd I put her there? They do offer a Picatinny base for it. So if you want to put it on your rifle, you can. I think I'm going to try both in the video. I'll definitely be throwing it up on the pistol, but I'm probably also going to throw it up on an AR there and try it out on a rifle like that as well. But for purchase separately, at least at the time of this recording, a little Picatinny base there for it. So if you want to throw it on your rifle, shotgun, what have you, you can do so. And then obviously down in here, I thought it was cool, it has this nice little string so you can pull this out easily. Nice hard foam. I mean, not like rock hard, but you know what I mean. It's not like super soft. So real good protection for the optic and such in there. And there's your user manual. Looks like we got a few other items down in here potentially. Okay, like I said, I'm kind of discovering this with you guys here. So obviously there's your user manual. And let's see what we got in these boxes. I honestly have no clue. Batteries? What is this? I don't know. Trying to figure, am I supposed to open it? Am I supposed to pull this? I don't really know what's going on here. Probably okay, well, one of it's got to be a charging cable, right? So all right, so cool. Looks like a little baggie there. Okay, you got your cameo cloth, some sort of bag here with a drawstring. What's in box number 2? This is very interesting. I have no clue what any of this is. Looks like extra hardware, judging by the picture of the screw there. Oh, nice. That's unique. Almost looks like, oh, cool. Very nice. They are stuck down there in foam, so keeps your different sizes separate. And yep, lists it on the lids there. You guys should be able to see. That is very cool. I like that a lot. Your screw sets there, so it's going to help you get it on most handguns there, regardless of what the thread pitch is and whatnot. So you got your options there to get it mounted up. I really like that. And what's in this one? That's got to be that's an interesting image. I was gonna say it's got to be the charging cable, because I haven't found the cable yet, but I wonder if there's anything else in here. Yeah. Oh, something flung out on me there. It looks like hang on, I'm dropping stuff. The little tool in there that looks like the image on the box. So, yeah. So, there is your little tool there for the adjustments, no doubt, and installation probably. Pretty interesting looking. And there's our charging cable. USB to C, I believe, as is most things these days. Also just discovered this. This thing is cool, guys. This is just blowing me away with all the neat little features. See all those marks there. So when you stick this in here, it tells you the charge level. 25, 50, so we got 50% charge level. It tells you the charge level of the optic. When you separate it, it'll tell you the charge level of the charging base here. So less than 25%. Like I said, I need to plug it in and charge it up and all that. Alternatively, you can just press the button on the side as well. So yeah, there you have it. I'm going to get this thing plugged in, fully charged, and we'll take her down to the range. Alright, here we are down on the pistol bay, and I currently have it mounted up to my El Cheapo Taurus G2 here. This is a subcompact. So for those who don't know, your smallest pistols are micros, next size up subcompact like this, still small pistol. Then you have compacts, which are a little larger, like a G19 and some others, and then you obviously have your full size. So this is the second smallest size pistol. Next size up from a micro, and it doesn't look too bad on there, but it does look a little oversized, again, because this is a subcompact, but overall not too bad. So throwing this up on a compact or a full size, it's going to look right at home on one of those. So I haven't fired this yet, but I am loving this big window here, and I'll get some still frames for you guys of the red dot. And because you see my camera is going to keep going in and out of focus, but you can kind of see it there for a second. It's a real nice fine dot, and it always looks kind of pinkish and way less bright on camera than it does in person. There you go. See how fine that dot is right before I just lost focus there. But they always look nice, super bright red, not pink, and way brighter in person. But it is full sun, and then even though it looks like crap on the camera, you can still see it in the full sun there. So obviously this thing is plenty bright for daytime use. But we're gonna get started here. I gotta get her zeroed on my target there. My rangefinder says it's 8.4 yards to the target, so that's the distance we'll start out here to get her zeroed in. If you guys are looking for a good budget rangefinder, link in the description for that. Of course, the instructions will go over how to operate this thing, but you just hit the button to turn it on there. You press and hold both to shut it off. You can press and hold the positive there to lock in the dot and keep it on. And like I said, there's a few other functions, you know, auto on and auto off and such like that, but all the instructions of how to operate that's in the user manual. And it does look a little wonky, especially on this subcompact here with the case on. I don't think it would look too bad on a full-size pistol, but it definitely looks out of place on the subcompact there with the cover, but it should look right at home on a full-size. I wish I had a full-size to put this on for you guys so you can see, and obviously it's not going to look too weird on a rifle or anything like that, but we'll have it mounted up on the rifle here by the end of this video as well, so you guys can see what it looks like up on a rifle. But yeah, first impressions before I've even shot this thing, look how big that window is. Like, you can see all those targets, no problem. Where's my dot? There it is. First impressions, the window is awesome. It's almost a full 1-inch square, and that dot, before we went out of focus there, it's very bright and fine and crisp. It's a very high quality dot, and I love how big this window is. All right, I'm going to start out a little closer here so you guys can see first shots. .4 yards. All right, so a little low right of bullseye, so we'll bring it up some and to the left. All right, we're empty here, so we use the included tool. I needed to go up. You can see it's turned counterclockwise for up. Me trying to do this through the camera here. Nice audible clicks with some good feedback there. So we went up, and now I need to go to the left. So right is counterclockwise, but I need to go to the left, so I'm turning it clockwise. And let's give that a try. All right, so you can see we definitely moved our point of impact a little higher and a little more left, but we still got to keep going. I only gave it 3 clicks up that last time, so we need a few more. But I gave it 8 clicks to the left. It seems like we're pretty close to bullseye there. It might be favoring just a little right still. So that should get us a lot closer. Seems she wants more up clicks. I give it, I guess, 5 more here. You got to keep in mind this is free-handed too, so there's going to be a little bit of variance in my accuracy here. That's pretty good right there. I think I just give it a couple more up and call it good for now. She works pretty good. All right, to that back row from back here behind the camera in this table, it's 15 yards to that back row. Laser rangefinder confirmed. There's little bowling pins back there. It's about the size of a headshot, so let's see if we can get headshots back here at 15 yards. See if I get that guy I missed back there. There we go. Little one in the middle. Well, there you have it. It makes me a tack driver even on headshots at 15 yards with this El Cheapo $200 Taurus here. So I could only imagine having it on top of something like a Glock 34, you know, something full size, a little higher in there, as opposed to this bare bones bottom of the barrel $200 Taurus here. So she passes the pistol test for sure. Loving this optic. All right, got her mounted on my 300 black there. I want to thank John at Boomstick 22LR for the range time. And just got her mounted up here. Palmetto lower, mil spec, and BCA upper, 300 black. And there she is. So I used the little Picatinny mount there that they sell separately. At least at the time of this recording, it's sold separately. And there she is. It's a little low, but I'll be able to manage. I can still see the dot, no problem. But I would probably want a little bit, I don't know, like a 1/2 inch riser under that to be perfectly comfortable, but it works pretty good like that. And that's if I was using it as a main sight, because of course, if you had a 45-degree offset off here, you know, different story, but there she is there. And of course, you could co-witness with the iron flip-up sights if you get the appropriate size riser underneath of it. I got a paper out there at 25 yards. It's got itty-bitty little holes in it from some 410 shot. I was wrapping up a 410 test. So we'll start out down there at 25 yards, see where point of impact is, and get her zeroed and hit some of the steel out there. And I even got my, if I can get the muzzle out of the way there, 16-inch gong out there at 100 yards. I'll get you guys zoomed in a little more here in a sec, but here's our first shots on the rifle. All right, so it looks like high left. Sorry for the shakiness there. Yep, you see the two there, about 3 inches left and about 3 inches high. So we're going to come down and come right. All right, I gave it 10 clicks down and 10 clicks right. Let's see where that puts us. Looks like 2 touching at the top side of the bullseye there, ever so slightly right. So I'm going to give her a click or 2 back left, probably just 1, and a few more clicks down. Going for the dot on the right. Okay, still a little high, and that's, I was going to say my point of impact might have shifted a little there because I put it on the bag differently that time, so that's probably why there. Let's try one more. Sorry about the camera moving there. And that one's on bullseye, so I probably just pulled that one high then, that first shot there. So it looks like we're zeroed. At least for 25 yards. So should be close enough to hit these other targets out here. So we'll go 25 right next to it on that half scale silhouette. Then the oval to the left of it is at 30 yards. A little further out at 50 there. Got a 6 or 8 inch plate. Center of your screen. I'm going to adjust myself here. Then straight behind that, half scale silhouette at 75 yards. And the gong at 100. Got a jam here, probably because I was pressing down on the mag off the bag. The mag's too long. Give me a second here. Alrighty. Now what do I want to do? I experienced a dead trigger here, which we'll go over in a second, and also I think I found what caused it, which I do show. All right, well, it seems that last malfunction before I even went out there was not my fault. I don't know why, but I had a dead trigger. And then I flipped it to safe and my trigger popped back out. And then it was good to go after that. So I don't know if, I mean, it was on fire, so I don't know if it somehow got caught up on the safety or I didn't flick the safety all the way or what. But I'm gonna have to monitor that now and shoot the crap out of this lower to make sure that doesn't happen again, or I got a serious issue there. Anyways, other than that, they were all hits except for I flung one there at 75. I knew as soon as I pulled the trigger, I pulled it off to the right edge, so that one was on me. And I was having too much fun doing that. I meant to stop before I went through that entire box there and set the camera up here and get like some shots from the side for you guys, but having too much fun and forgot, so that's all the ammo I have for today out of the 300 black there. And yeah, that's a nice fine crisp dot out there. I can't remember if they advertised that as 2 or 3 MOA. I think 3, but I don't know, man. It's real nice, fine and crisp. I'd say it's almost more comparable to a 2 MOA dot. It's certainly smaller and more crisp than a lot of other 3 MOA dots I've seen. It's a really, really good dot. But let me pop this off of here and I'll try to get some decent still frame images for you guys to show you kind of what you're looking at there. But again, it's always way better in person, you know, to your own actual eye than what I can ever capture through the camera. So these actually turned out to be actually pretty good images. I mean, it still looks a little better in person, but decent representation here of what it looked like to me out there at 100 yards on that 16-inch gong. I do have it turned down here a little bit as far as the brightness goes. You know, it's full sunlight, but I didn't need it all the way up to see it out there. So it's only like halfway up. Then here you can see there's a half scale silhouette at 25 yards. This is on the same brightness. Now I happen to like a very small, fine, crisp dot like that. And again, it's more vibrant in person and easier to see in person than that. It's very bright red. Very deep, dark red. Again, the camera kind of distorts it a little bit. But you can always turn it all the way up if you want. It was amazing that it's full sun. I only had it halfway up and I could see it no problem. But you can always turn it up all the way like I did here. And then, you know, it will make it appear a little bit larger there. So if that's what you like, then just turn up the brightness and you got a little bit bigger dot there. So I think I just got some pretty good images up for you guys, but yeah, there you have it. You know, obviously we had no problem with it holding 0. Oh, I forgot to show. Let me pop it back on the rifle and show what it looks like on the rifle with this on here real quick. But yeah, real nice, fine, high quality dot. I could shoot this thing probably 300-400 yards with just the dot, no problem. 300 at least, but I could probably, I'm telling you, I could probably pull off 400, no problem. So a very high quality, nice, fine, crisp, very bright dot. Have no problem seeing it in the full sun here. You know, she held 0 for us. Everything works as it should. As I said in the beginning of the video, I really like just how large the window is. You know, it seems like about right on something like, you know, a rifle, because you can go with the bigger red dots on the rifle, you know, the big tube ones and all that. But this is large enough to be plenty comfortable on the rifle. As you've seen me there with the transitions, I have no problem transitioning with it whatsoever, because that nice big window, again, that's almost, it's very, very close to a full 1-inch square. And then I love it on the pistol too, because I mean, I hate the red dots that have the smaller windows, especially like the RMSCs that have to run smaller because they're for the more subcompact and micro pistols. I really dislike those because the window's so small for me. A lot of times when I bring it up, it takes me a second to hold the gun just right to get the dot in the window. With this having that nice big window there, not having that issue whatsoever. And you know, as we showed earlier in the video, it looks a little big on the subcompact, but not too bad. So I think it would look right at home on a regular compact and certainly on a full size there. So anyways, guys, that should wrap this one up. I should have a link in the description to the optic if you want to check it out. If you guys want to get yourself anything else you see me using the videos, like my target stand there, paper targets I use, safety glasses, ear muff, shooting bag, steel targets, and more, links in the descriptions for all that. But thanks for watching, and I hope to catch you on the next one. Real quick, fast forwarding to the end of the video and picking up my brass here, I found 75% of it. And looky what we got there. So off camera when I was done recording, I found this. I heard something rattling in the mag. And I was like, what the heck is that? Okay. So judging by these cases here, I'm going to say that's what's left of a primer. So like I said, I didn't find all my brass. I found 75%, but out of I got 31 here. I found 2 of these. The freaking primer's missing. And before you go and you know, blame it on one brand or the other, we got one of each here. One of these is a Winchester cartridge, and the other is the AAC cartridge. So something else is going on. Something must be going on with my gun. I'm going to research this and see if I can figure out why the heck that was happening. But that's got to be why I was getting trigger issues. So I certainly hope that this didn't damage my bolt carrier group or anything like that. But seeing that I found this, I'm going to say that you know, whatever's causing this was causing my trigger issue there. That stuff's probably, I gotta check my bolt face and all that. But if you guys know anything about this, definitely let me know in the comments. I'm going to be doing my own due diligence, you know, Google and trying to figure out what the heck's causing this. But, you know, if you already know, let me know down in the comments. And again, that is a PSA mil-spec lower, Bear Creek side charging 300 blackout upper here.